Today, the Senate is voting on the Gachagua impeachment question. And of course, they'll send him home. It's not a question of if or whether. It has been the question of when. And the when is today. So however much his legal team tries to poke holes into the allegations, at the end of the day, there's not much they will be able to salvage. Only that the Senate will try to be as modest as possible and to be seen as more thorough. Unlike the National Assembly that behave like a marketplace, the Senate will try to reduce the excitement and try to be seen to be focused. Today we want to throw in names. Actually, we want to remove names because they've already been thrown in. So we want to remove the names and see who is the possible replacement of the deputy president. And it's likely to be announced today after the Senate is done. The president is likely to announce the name today. Forget about the names like Wanga, Musalia Mudavadi, Raila Odinga. Those are the names that have been thrown in there, but forget about that. This seat must be returned to the mountain because the president is trying to still see if he can still salvage some of few supports here and there. And if he returns the name to the seat to the mountain, that can give him a stepping stone to start where to start from. The only other name that could have been viable to replace Gachagua if he was seen to be thorough and serious is, Kalonzo Musyoka. But from the look of things, it doesn't seem to be posing serious threat to the president. So he will just be left there to fight up to the end. But he will have been a very serious surprise if he was named as the VP. So this seat is now going back to the mountain. And we have names like Ishungwa. Ishungwa has stuck his head so out in this fight of impeaching Gachagua that I doubt if he's going to be given that seat. You know, you can't stuck your head that much and then you still get it. It's like you are fighting for yourself. So for Ishungwa, even though he was a very serious person for the seat, but I think he's looking for future positions. Like for him, I think if President Ruto wins the next term, he's going to be a cabinet secretary because he's not likely going to win the Kikuyu parliamentary seat if the ground remains the same. So he's going to fight so that he gets a position in the next Ruto government as a cabinet secretary. Ndindi Nyoro, that one, he's a good guy and he has a future, but he has shown that he's not quite a reliable person. You know, he's indecisive. When the finance bill was being fought, and he was the chair of a crucial committee that was dealing with the finance bill, he did not come out to own that bill. He kept quiet and only left that Molo MP to fight. And even recently, you saw he did not even attend Parliament on the day of impeaching Gachagua. So he's somebody who wants to play safe. He's somebody who wants to be seen as independent and good and everything. He's not coming out there to fight for the president. So for that reason, he's not going to get this thing. There's a name like the Kirinyaga governor, Anne Waiguru. That's a serious name. He's a very possible surprise this evening as the nominee for deputy president. Even yesterday, Wednesday, he organized a small demonstration of people trying to, demonstrate in proposing her name as a possible replacement. But do you think he's going to make it? It's a very serious name that is going to be likely, because even the president recently, and even during the prayer breakfast, hinted that in future, when the candidate is the man, the running mate is going to be a lady or a woman. And even the G7, the caucus of the women governors, are really trying to push her so that they can have a lady as a deputy president. So it's a serious name. So let's put her there. In fact, it's the only second name that I have, apart from the professor himself, Kindiki. Kindiki is going to be likely appointed as the deputy president. Even though he was more powerful as the interior cabinet secretary, maybe he's going to be the deputy president and minister for interior. He's going to keep that ministry and also be named as the deputy president. I think so. Because if he was going to be removed as the interior secretary and then just being given deputy position, he's not going to be as strong as he's been. So I'm throwing his name in there as a most likely possible candidate for that position. If you watched my video 2 years ago or 3 years ago when I was talking about the the running mate position, I had put him as number 1, but he didn't get it. He didn't get it. I still believe that is the one who is going to get it this time around. I'll try to see if I can put a link to that video that I did 3 years ago, putting him at the number 1 possible running mate. But Gachagua was chosen and he was not chosen. Maybe going to the next election 2027, we'll have a different running mate. But for this time, we are still going to have a person from the mountain as the possible deputy president. And that name is Professor Kithure Kindiki Ibrahim. Maybe as we go to the elections in the next 2-3 years, the president will have weighed out how the ground is responding. If the central and the mountain region is too hostile still, then he'll be, forced to look for a different running mate. Because in our country, being a running mate or deputy president is not about your capabilities. It's about what you are coming with in terms of votes, in terms of maybe even resources. So that's about it for now. Keep your eyes open. This evening, we are going to have a new deputy president nominee. Like I hinted yesterday, that the parliament will call a special sitting on Friday. They have already called. So tomorrow, Friday, there's a special sitting. So that special sitting is going to be to clear the name that will be nominated today. So that by evening tomorrow, the name will have been cleared by parliament. And maybe Saturday, which is tomorrow, the person will be sworn in. So tomorrow, Saturday, we'll have a new deputy president sworn in office proper. And by Sunday, as we go for Mashujaa Day celebrations, we'll have a new deputy president welcoming the president to address the nation. Thank you. subscribe to this nation. Thank you.